Hello and welcome to Scriptonite Reacts. I'm Scriptonite. Today we're going to be watching The Handmaid's Tale Season 2 Episode 6. This one is called First Blood. I don't want to think about that too hard. Given the last episode where June was bleeding, it looked like she was going to lose the baby. She probably would have if Nick hadn't intervened and saved her. And her going through that process brought her to a place where she is now firmly back in the game. She put her hand on her belly and spoke to the baby and said, "I promise you, I will get us out of this. I will save us." I'm ecstatic about this. It was really a very difficult episode to watch. From speaking to lots of you in the comments, I know that is a kind of a universal experience of that episode. Just so much. We also saw Nick married off in this bizarre mass cult wedding scenario. They seem to have returned to Bible era age relationships in Gilead. The Virgin Mary was supposed to be what, 12, 13? And it looked to me like the brides in that room may well have been classed as women because perhaps they've become fertile, they've maybe had their first blood, because they were young. They were too young. They were too young is the point. But again, a really useful way of having the patriarchy really embedded in a culture is through those unfairly balanced relationships between grown men and little girls. So that while that woman is still a girl, still very vulnerable, still forming her opinions about herself and the world, stick a strong grown man in charge of her. It's institutionalized domestic violence, because if the woman steps out of line, there'll be no shortage of men or women to slap her into place anyway. Serena Joy, she is on one. She went full Cersei Lannister last episode with the scheming and the fury, and she is scaring the crap out of me right now. And one string that she pulled very elegantly was to get Commander Waterford to separate, by any means necessary, Nick and June. Now she did that just by invoking his jealousy. One sentence really just killed him. You saw him, first thing he did straight away, sort it out. Fred is just in the wilderness. I don't think he's got a clue right now what he's doing. He senses that his relationship with Price is souring. Price doesn't consider him observant enough. He doesn't consider him pious enough or serious enough. And I think that really is going to come to a head. I think between Price and the sort of the true observers, the actual sons of Jacob, and maybe the guys who really are loving all of the patriarchy and the opportunities and the privileges of their power, but not so much the praying or the observing or the responsibility or anything else that might actually require a semblance of duty from any of them. That's going to be really interesting. It would be like kind of Darth Vader going to war with Skeletor. You're not really on either of them's side, but you know it'd be a really good fight. So we'll no doubt have that coming up at some point. I don't know if that will be this season or next season, but they are very slowly developing that plot line, and I like it. Obviously we've got Alma is safe. Offglen's had her tongue cut out. June is wrestling with all of the relationships that have soured in her life. Meanwhile, over in the colonies, we had that beautiful same-sex wedding, and then we find out that Janina's made this little magic happen. And I'm honestly welling up even thinking about it now, and it has been you know, a good couple of days since I watched that last episode. And I think that has had a really serious impact on Emily. I think this is going to be a real shot in the arm for Emily, so I'm really looking forward to seeing that develop. And obviously June's mum may still be alive out there somewhere, so I'm not giving up on her yet. She may well be dead, but not until I see a body. So I think we're about ready now to go into this episode. Goodness only knows what's going to happen.
I know that much blood can be alarming, but by his hand, your baby looks absolutely fine, Mrs. Waterford. The condition isn't uncommon.
A subchorionic hematoma.
Yes. Any complications with your first pregnancy?
With Hannah?
During your first pregnancy?
No.
She was full term?
2 weeks early, actually.
Close enough, praise be. She needs plenty of rest. Just take things slowly. And communicate. This baby needs harmony within the household.
Of course.
Oh, look, Mrs. Waterford. Your baby is moving around in there.
This is gross.
Would you like to see?
She's so confusing.
Praise be. God bless you.
Oh, Rita. I love her.
Rita, can you please make Offred her smoothie?
No. I'm sorry, it's hard on my stomach.
How about some soup?
Thank you.
Rita.
Yes, ma'am, right away.
I'll stay and help.
Wonderful.
I bet.
Offred, you need your rest. Rita will serve you in my sitting room. You can't possibly climb the stairs in these conditions.
Okay, I'll come see you tonight.
I don't think you can, Nick. You're married.
What about Mrs. Blaine? What is her bedtime anyway?
Oh, ouch.
You know, I think about us. The three of us, what we could be.
Nick.
I think about it all the time.
Well, don't.
Okay, I'll stop.
I think about it too.
Pause. Okay. It's finally happened. I finally ship Nick and June. It's taken me 1.5 seasons. It's been a bumpy road. But I now ship these two. Finally, it feels like there's an authentic relationship developing there, and I'm glad it's been a slow burn. He's earned my trust, he's earned my respect, he is good enough for June, and he's much better for June than Luke, in my humble opinion. Play.
Soup.
I'm really sorry she's making you run around like this.
You milk it while you can.
Here, here, sister.
Where's mine?
Commander Waterford, everything looks just marvelous.
A step up from the old place?
Oh, yes. Imagine how many more girls we can process here. We are truly blessed. The dynamics between a wife and a pregnant handmaid are always challenging, but if you'll forgive me, you have been blessed with a particularly willful pair.
Precisely why I stay out of it.
But I'm sure, should the need arise, you will know just how to handle things.
Yes.
She is all over him like white on rice right now.
Gentlemen, what a surprise. Welcome to the Rachel and Leah Center. Thought you'd be further along by now.
We're expecting brothers from every district. Where are they supposed to sit?
Gentlemen, we'll be ready. 2 days is more than enough time.
What God expects of me.
Oh man, that's so horrible.
You look nice and cozy.
Creepy.
Mrs. Waterford, I think I can manage.
What if you need something? I'll be right here. What's it like to feel that life inside of you?
God.
If you want, you can come and feel it.
That is so generous.
Give me your hand. You feel that?
Praise be. Today we find ourselves at a crossroads. Our values and our
Today we confront a crisis.
No, Fred, you can't change things at the last minute.
No, it's stronger. But watch your tone. Don't scold or lecture.
Yes. Start a dialogue.
A conversation.
Okay.
This is what we wanted. Not policies and ideas discussed in the mainstream. You did that.
Are they ready for me?
Oh yeah, they're ready.
You may not agree with what she has to say, but that's what's great about our country. The freedom to express your own opinion. She is on our campus here as a guest, so please, let's welcome Serena.
Stay focused, stay calm.
Good afternoon. It's my honor to be
Nazi cunt!
I would have been with the woman shouting Nazi cunt, just.
Fascist bitch, go home!
We've made a mistake. She has a right to speak. It's not safe. This is America.
Pause. Okay. Now that didn't look very pleasant. But these are literal Nazis. Literal might be a stretch, but they're Nazi-like, these people. And you give them an inch, and they take a country. Every time. It's like, how many times have we got to learn? And you get people go, oh, let them speak. You give them a platform. We should win the argument with. You can't win an argument with these people because they are twisting the knobs of fear, racism, fear, sexism, any kind of ism, any kind of prejudice that they can leverage to get hold of power. They will. And there are still too many prejudiced people around for us to take those kind of risks. And if you look at the stuff that's going on today with like the alt-right movement and stuff like that, people like Milo Yiannopoulos, this is a gay guy. These Nazis that he's hanging around with and bigging up would have him in jail. He'd be wearing a pink triangle and lynched from the nearest lamppost along with me and all the other gay people. But they use them as poster boys to legitimise them and say, well, look, they're not actual Nazis. They're just, they're really struggling to deal with the fast-paced change in our world. We should, no. Zero tolerance for Nazis. Zero tolerance for fascists. My whole point about that was that is the role that Serena Joy played in this movement and the wives. She legitimised this movement. She gave it a licence as a woman and said this isn't sexism, this is domestic feminism. That's what her whole book, A Woman's Place, was about. That's what she would have spoken about in this talk. And look, she's beautiful, she's photogenic. If this was happening now in our world, and it is, she would be on the front page of every mainstream media outlet. They'd be running puff pieces like, look at the surprisingly charming life of Okay, packing the soapbox away for a minute. Play. Where's she off to? Not Nick. Oh, Jesus.
Be mad at me.
Oof. Power stance.
Why'd you say that?
Because we haven't talked at all since I came home.
What's there to talk about?
The fact that we slept together, now I'm having another man's child.
Would you like some?
Oh, no, thank you.
Sure. You're eating for two?
No, but Aunt Lydia is very strict about the weigh-ins.
You look healthy to me. Pregnancy suits you.
I should be getting back before Mrs. Waterford misses me.
Your guardian angel.
She's been very kind.
My God. That man does not have a faithful bone in his body. Pause. When I say faithful, I mean faithful. It's not just about like cheating on Serena. It's that he so disrespects her. He talks about her in a really awful way, especially to June, who he knows that Serena Joy hates. This idea of this whole exchange would be excruciating for her, and he does it anyway. He doesn't give a shit. Play.
You're very pretty.
He doesn't think so. I can't wait. It's our duty to God.
You're gonna find a way to be together.
What if we don't? What if he can't?
What do you mean?
She's turning on him already.
What if Nick's a gender traitor?
What? Oh!
I'm sure that is not true.
She went straight there.
He is gonna make a great father to your children.
Oh, Nick, you're gonna have to go through with this, mate. Alright, hang on. Pause. That was horrible. She's been raised in Gilead. This has been a good few years now, so she would have been, what, 12, 11? I mean, her family could already have been sons of Jacob before that. She is fully... She's not play acting. It didn't even occur to me to be afraid of her, that she has the power to destroy Nick. And she will do it. Because she's full of the conviction of this fanaticism. Shit. Oh my God. You did so well there, June. I didn't think I'd have had that kind of composure.
Alfred, could you come here, please? Surprise. I thought that you could enjoy some time with your friends while you recover.
She... What?
Were you surprised?
Yes?
Yes.
Shall we say grace?
Is she gonna hover over them like a big green ghost all the way through this thing?
Dig in.
It's like having a birthday party and your mum won't leave the room. I do want some of that pie though. Is that quiche?
Ofglin, what about you? You must miss your companion.
She can't say anything because you cut her tongue out.
Does anyone remember the name of that place on Boylston? It was amazing. The food was great, and they had something called the Liberated Omelet. with eclectic potatoes.
Oh, that earthy, crunchy place.
Magnolias.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right.
They had the most amazing banana nut pancakes.
This is weird.
Who knows, maybe we were there at the same time.
Well, that'd be fucking weird.
Do you want to feel it?
Oh.
So funny. It's weird, right?
She wants to get out.
It's she. It's definitely gonna be she.
She gonna start growing things.
Ashley, embrace your biological destiny! This affects us all! That was awesome, Mrs. Waterford. Twitter is blowing up.
You're a truth teller.
I want to add more cities to the tour. I want to add San Francisco.
No!